I think we need to have a conversation. Today, I want to talk about a thing that has been on my mind for quite some time, and that is maps. More specifically, songs people choose for their maps. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know what I'm gonna be addressing in here, and that is, I think there needs to be a conversation about what songs are used to make maps and if you should really be making a map to that song. This also applies to AMVs, PMVs, etc. But I'm mostly focusing on maps because those are what are gaining more traction right now. The animation community has always relied on music and their interpretation of it, and that is not a bad thing. I've done it myself, multiple times. Actually, I think that's what I mostly do in this channel. The thing is, when you take a song that is 100% clear with its message, or that is offensive in any way, or that it's outright told that it is extremely personal to its creator, or that it has some heavy connotations to it, I highly believe it's important to consider and think to yourself, why are you choosing that song and what are you trying to achieve? Hola, ¿puedo ayudarte? Okay, bye. Through the nearly 10 years I have been active on this platform, I have seen a lot of stuff. I grew on this platform. I started the channel when I was 12 and I am 21 at the time of this recording. I've seen and done stuff that I thought would be fun to make because I had the power at the moment and I didn't think much of it. And that's alright because that's how kids are. Kids want to have fun and kids should be able to have fun. The issue I see now as an adult is that maps in particular are gaining increasing popularity. And while that is not a bad thing by itself, I do believe it is concerning when the map in question is to a song that is questionable, for lack of a better word. Now, please do not take what I'm saying as a form of establishing rules or policing creation of maps. That is not at all what I'm trying to say or do. This is also not a callout or a jab at specific projects or people or anything. This is something that has caught my eye in the last months, and I think it won't do harm giving my 2 cents on it. It is totally up to you whether you take those 2 cents or not. You can disagree with me, and that's fair. This is something I just want to talk about. That's all. I also want to add that any comments mentioning a specific map or animation project will be deleted because I don't want to point fingers at anyone. This video is not to start any form of discourse or arguments, it's just a thought I want to share. If I see any discourse started because of this, no, it was not and it is not my intention. And it is going directly against what I'm trying to achieve with this. But what is exactly what I'm trying to achieve with this? Basically, I just want fellow animators in the community who enjoy themselves with music to take a step back from time to time and realize what music they are choosing for specific projects and what they want to express with it. I'm gonna use an example with something that happened to me years ago. Back in 2017, I was in high school, I was bored, I was obsessed with Cage the Elephant, and I wanted to make an animation to one of their songs just for fun. For this, I had chosen their song Sweetie Little Jean because I love, and I still love, the beat to it. However, upon reading the lyrics, because English is not my first language and I need a little help sometimes, I found out the song talks about a childhood friend from Cage the Elephant's lead singer who went missing and was never found. After that, I realized it would have been pretty tasteless of me to make an animated music video to a song just for fun, when it was outright told that it was something very personal to its creator. However, if the video I had in mind had explored something similar to the nature of the song, or if it was something that I did because I truly resonated to its meaning, then it would have been alright for me to make something with it. To simplify this example, making a video just because I was bored to a song that talked about a child getting kidnapped, not good. Making a video because said song hit me and I wanted to interpret something closely related to its original meaning, good. Now, I am not saying this should be done with all music and songs you choose from your animated projects. Not everything needs to be over analytical, but if you do notice that the song in question touches topics that are sensitive or that are very clear with their message, you should probably sit back a bit and think if you should really do it. And that is up to you. At the end of the day, that is your decision to make, and you're in your right to do it even if I or other people disagree with it. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about this thing and pretend I haven't contributed to it as well. As I said, I have been on this platform for a while and I've done my share of things too. I actually went back to my YouTube history and made a list of animated fan projects I've made throughout the years and compared their meaning to the original meaning to the song, and this is what I came up with. A small content warning for this section though, I'm gonna be very lightly mentioning very heavy topics which some songs are about. While I am not going to be talking about that in detail at all, I think it's important to give you a little heads up. Part 1. Excusable. Meaning what I portrayed in my videos came close to the song's original meaning, or even went further away and took a basic meaning and interpreted it into something deeper. Part 2. Oh god, why did I do it? Which is where I took a song that was incredibly personal or low-key messed up and I distorted its meaning just to have fun. In part 1 we have Flowers by the Street, J. Feather PNB, which is my latest Wirecats video. The original meaning of the song was Deaths in the Highway, and the video meaning was parental death. So I guess they are kind of similar. Second is Blurry at Bristolfirst PNB. The original meaning of the song is manipulation and the meaning of the video is manipulation. Have to Drive at Squirrelfly PNB. Its original meaning is coping with suffering and the video is about coping with suffering. Lady at Warriors PNB I made when I was 14. The original meaning is a tribute to Billie Holiday and her hardships in life. And the video meaning is struggling with truth and coping with truth. I'm not gonna lie, this one is kind of questionable because the song is based off of a real person, but I don't know. We're gonna put this in gray area. Then we have Powerless, a Bristol PNB I made when I was 13 and remade when I was 14. The original meaning is a self-destructive friend and the video meaning is a self-destructive son. Then we have In the End, an Ivy Pool map I hosted when I was 13. The original meaning of In the End is actually unrequited love, which I didn't know, I had no idea, but that's the meaning of the song. It's unrequited love. And the video meaning is manipulation and wanting to get out. So this was this. I took something that was actually very simple and I took it further away. Then we have Modern Girls and Old Fashioned Men. That was an OC map I hosted when I was 14, I think. The original meaning is just an arguing couple. That's what it is about. And the video meaning is basically OCs arguing and fighting. Then, and God, why did I do it? We have I Need Some Sleep, a Holy Leaf A&B I made when I was 13. And I remade it when I was 17. Here's where we're gonna get into sensitive topics. The original meaning of this song is suicide and suicidal tendencies, while the video meaning is about depression, self-doubt, and coping with the truth. You could agree this touches like similar topics about depression and all that, but personally I don't think it was wise of me to take a song that was about suicide and put it in a context to Wirecats. Though now that I think about it, this song was in Shrek 2. But still, I don't know, it feels weird to me. I don't know. Gray area, I guess, as well. Then we have Dog Teeth, 1 star and Darktail PNB that is now unlisted. I made this when I was 17 because it is unlisted because the original meaning of the song is sexual assault. And I choose the bit of the song that was very direct about the meaning, so that wasn't wise of me. The video meaning is just coping with your child being a murderer, in the Wirecats context, so those are not equivalents. The song is very graphic and sensitive and I shouldn't have done it, or at least I shouldn't have pick the part of the song that I did. That wasn't good. Then we have Kettering. This is an OCPMB I made when I was 13. The entire album where this song comes in is very personal to its creator, and I don't think it's bad to use any song of this album as long as you're relating or talking about something similar. But I just made this when I was 13 and I just wanted to make something with my OCs. So the original meaning of the song is an introduction to an abusive relationship, and I just made it with my edgy cat OCs when I was 13. Granted, I was a child, but not good. And lastly, we have Feel Good Inc., which was my first map, and it is now unlisted. I hosted it when I was 13. I was 12 to 13 when I hosted it. The original meaning is herd mentality and escapism, and the video was just a Halloween-esque map. I had no idea what the song was about. So yeah, I am not holier than thou. I've done this before. Everyone has done this before, and it's alright. I'm not villainizing anyone who has done it, or I'm not trying to suggest that either. What I'm trying to say is listen to the song you want to do an animation to. Actually listen to what it says and question yourself if it will be wise to make something out of it. Just to have fun. If upon seeing this video you realize, oh man, I'm currently hosting a map with a song that I maybe shouldn't have used, or oh man, I have hosted maps or done A and Bs with songs that maybe were too much, and you're wondering, what should I do? Do I cancel it? Do I delete it? No, that is not what I'm trying to achieve either. My intent is not to reach purity or cleanse any wrongdoings in the community. If you find yourself in this situation, I just suggest keeping what I say here in mind for the future. If you decide to cancel or private any project that you feel fits in this criteria I've mentioned before, it is entirely up to you and with what you feel comfortable with. I unlisted Duck Teeth and Feel Good Egg solely because I didn't feel comfortable with them anymore, and I didn't like what was portrayed in it, but that was up to me. Nobody told me what to do or forced me to do anything. In the end, as I said in my tweet, by all means have fun and creative freedom, but I do think it is important to take in mind what the songs actually say and mean, and how having fun to some of them isn't really the best thing you can do. That is all for me, and that's the conversation I want to have. If you disagree with me, that is fine. If you agree with me, that's fine. Do not go against anyone. Don't mention anyone in specific. This is not a call out or an attack to anyone. It's just a conversation I want to have, and that is all. That's all I want to do. Thank you, love you, goodbye.